Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Seeing Beyond and Through with Monty. Right before you is British legendary supermodel Naomi Campbell. And Mrs. Campbell, or should I say Miss Campbell, is making news one way or another. But she is making news. See, Miss Campbell does not like a certain someone, and she has been at odds with this particular person for quite some time. And the reason being, she feels that this particular person is culturally appropriating. Now, I think that is one of the reasons, but Naomi just does not like the idea of people taking over modeling or going into modeling spaces who are not true models. She has voiced this many of times. She does not like the idea of reality stars taking the place of models on runway shows and on magazine covers. Now here's something where Naomi Campbell takes a swipe at Kim Kardashian as a reality star is accused of blackfishing in Vogue cover shoot. So apparently this was the most recent pop shot she took at Kim Kardashian. And here is a like by Naomi where someone accused Kim Kardashian again of blackfishing, and the supermodel liked it. So here are the braids that they accused of Kim of blackfishing or cultural appropriating. They look nice on her. So I'm going to show you where Naomi Campbell is being a big hypocrite. And I don't think she realized it. I think a lot of it has to do with, Kim is younger than Naomi. Maybe Naomi feels threatened. Maybe she feels a bit jealous that, a reality star did not come up in the way in which she came up or had to pave the payment that she had to pave to become a supermodel. And this reality star who is not really a model is being featured on basically the Bible of the modeling world, Vogue magazine. But I do think that a lot of times this anger, resentment, jealousy, whatever you want to call it, is misplaced. I think you need to blame maybe Anna Wintour, the editors at Vogue, the people in charge of these magazines who are placing these supermodels, or pardon me, they're not supermodels, but reality stars on these magazine covers and turning them into de facto supermodels. So I think a lot of times you're not really blaming the wrong person. And it's strange how the anger can go towards Kim Kardashian and never really towards Anna Wintour. I find that to be kind of ironic and amusing. But Naomi is on the cover of British Vogue magazine. She looks stunning, very good pictures, but we expect nothing less of a supermodel like Naomi's caliber. But she also revealed something else. This is Black History Month, and Naomi has always prided herself on being a proud Black woman, taking a stance for Black models to be represented in the industry, speaking up, being a voice for equality for Black models. So I find it very strange that she would want to give birth through surrogate to a white baby. That left me kind of puzzled, but then again, as I start to think and process things, not so much. Because a lot of times when these supermodels or people speak up for jobs or representation, it's more about them getting more. It's coming from a selfish angle. It's about them getting more work, more magazine covers, even more runway shoots, a longer career, things like that. But she's accusing Kim Kardashian of cultural appropriation and stealing black culture. But look at her. She's holding basically a white baby. She had supposedly a current boyfriend, and her, I guess, use a surrogate, if you want to believe that. If you want to believe that this is her baby, could be biracial, looks white to me. It could definitely pass for a white baby. I don't know. I guess we'll know when it grows up or gets a little older. But I find it very strange that this so-called proud black woman who fights for black causes, who's not married, she could have used the seed of a black man and could have had a definitive black baby. But look at what she chooses to reproduce. This is pretty much a white baby to me. Until I'm proven otherwise, until I see otherwise, this baby's white. And this is someone who criticizes Kim Kardashian of cultural appropriating, of stealing black culture, of moving into black spaces. She did not want to reproduce a baby that looked like her. So if you do not want to reproduce a baby that looked like you, I am going to question, how proud are you really of being black? It just seems like to me that there are many people who give lip service. But action speaks louder than words. Boy, she did not want to reproduce a daughter that looks like her. She chose the whitest. Really, I mean, this baby's white. I mean, she reproduced a Casper. Look at this right there. And she's supposedly a proud black woman. Boy, how ridiculous can you get? Seriously. Here she is. Naomi on the side, baby in the middle. Doesn't look anything like Naomi would look when she was younger. And anyone who is truly proud to be black, they're proud of their blackness. You can say they revel in it. They love it. They love themselves. They're not going to want to reproduce something that does not look like them. People who want to reproduce out or reproduce something that looks like them, for the most part, there's something lacking there. There could be a lack of self-love, lack of self-acceptance, lack of awareness of oneself, their true identity. There's something that made her want to covet a look like this. One of the greatest achievements that you can achieve is your offspring. And when people truly love themselves, they love their blackness, they love being black, they are not going to want to reproduce a child that does not look like them. Now, I do believe that there are certain black people who can truly fall in love with someone who is not black or of their particular race. But I do not believe that they're going to go out there and look for it. I don't think it's going to be a desire to reproduce something out. So in Naomi's case right here, she's not married. She could have had a baby with a black man. She could have had a baby, example, artist Alba, Denzel Washington type genes, and reproduce a definitive black baby, if that's truly what she wanted. Now, Rihanna wanted a black baby. She stated that. And look who she chose to reproduce with, because that's really what she wanted. So I think that all of this criticism of Kim Kardashian is hypocritical. I mean, it seems like to me that Kim Kardashian in some ways may have a better appreciation of black culture and black people than what Naomi does. But I'm going to talk about that on a different video. But this video is about the Naomi Campbell's hypocritical stance. And you cannot get any more hypocritical than this. Talking about for years, someone blackfishing, stealing black culture, cultural appropriating, and look at what you choose to do. And that's pretty much reproduce virtually a white baby. And when this baby grows up, you can almost bet 95% that they will end up reproducing with a white person. And all that hard earnings through walking, through magazine covers, through photo shoots, commercials, it's going to be passed on, passed out the window. And that's how black people lose generational wealth. And maybe she was reproduced, or maybe she was influenced rather, by Iman. Iman also, who claimed to be a proud black woman. Or maybe she was influenced by Tyra Banks, who also claimed to be a proud black woman. And look what they end up having. See, as I said before, all of this pride, when people speaking up and people fighting for, more representation, it's about them. It's about them getting more jobs, them getting more photo shoots, more commercials, more print, more magazine covers. Their fight is coming from, many times, a very selfish place. So, since she was so vocal in calling out Kim Kardashian for years about blackfishing, cultural appropriating, being in black spaces, I think Naomi Campbell is the one who was whitefishing. And look at what she's holding. Action speaks louder than words. And before you try starting to clean up someone else's house, this is one person who needs to look inside of her head and make sure that everything is proper there. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is another edition of Sin Beyond and Through with Monty, and I will see you all beyond and through.